Welcome to this presentation, which is part of the online course Job Search Planning, developed by JVS in San Francisco for use by job seekers. The entire course is available at the site adultedcourses.org and is available to the public. To learn more about JVS online learning courses, visit the e-learning page of our website, jvs.org, or contact us at this email address, elearning@jvs.org. Click Next when you're ready to begin.
Start this course with a clear statement of your job hunting objective. After all, it's hard to hunt for something if you're not clear what it is you're hunting for or where it can be found. Your first assignment for this course is to write your objective as much as you know it at this time. There's a form for your use that can be downloaded from the worksheet section of the course. JVS clients, please submit this assignment using the link for Assignment 1. If you know your job search objective, use the form for job hunters. Write down the date by which you plan to be employed, a job title that would be appropriate for you, one or more skills you plan to use in this job, a salary that reflects your expectations, and a goal that being employed meets for you. If you're not sure what your job hunting objective is, let's call you a seeker. As a seeker, you need information in order to act. As your activity now, define one question that you need answered in order to move forward with your job search. Using the form or your own paper, write the date by which you plan to have an answer to your question, the question that needs answering, and a goal that answering this question meets for you. Here are examples of an objective for a job hunter and for a seeker. There are more examples at the site shown on your screen. Writing down your objectives with a date and a focus can strengthen and clarify your actions. Click Next after you've written your objectives. Many of the job seekers we work with at JVS tell us that they're working hard to get a job, but it's not going well. Often they don't hear back from potential employers and have no idea why they're not getting more interviews or offers. In this course, we're going to suggest some strategies and tactics that aren't difficult but are different from what most job seekers do. You might say we're offering some unconventional wisdom for those who find that conventional wisdom isn't working. So for those who really want to get hired and are willing to do what it takes, we'll offer these strategies. Click Next to hear about the first strategy. If your main job search strategy is waiting for a suitable job posting to appear and then applying and then waiting to hear back, you're like most job seekers today. So why isn't that strategy working? For one thing, postings are a relatively small part of the job opportunities that exist. In 2013, Forbes magazine cited research that 80% of jobs are filled through means other than public postings. You might see different estimates regarding this number, but certainly postings represent only a relatively small set of possible job opportunities. Then there's competition. Posted jobs draw lots of competitors. The same Forbes article estimated that 2 out of 10 applicants for a given job on average get an interview. Again, that's 80% of job seekers who are left out. And then there are applicant tracking systems, also called ATS systems or talent management systems. The Forbes article estimated that 50% of resumes go unseen by the hiring managers and recruiters who use these systems. The hiring managers are searching for candidates using certain keywords, much as you do when you do an internet search, and they won't see your resume if it doesn't match those words. One more issue is that even when a job gets posted, a candidate is often chosen who was previously known to the hiring managers. Look at this information from a 2014 survey of over 1,000 employers. 57% of the candidates interviewed and 61% of the candidates hired came from internal referrals. Well, we've talked about some discouraging numbers associated with the most popular job hunting strategy, responding to postings. Let's call that strategy the front door. And let's move past the front door and look at approaches to job hunting that can change the odds in your favor. We'll call these approaches the back door, the side door, and the virtual door. Let's start with the back door, making personal contact with people, also known as networking. You already know how to do this, of course. You have friends and colleagues, and you know how to ask for help. But to be effective in your job search, you may need to do more of it, you may need to become more skilled in doing it, and you may have to do it in a more focused and intentional way. This isn't a course on networking, but at this point, let's acknowledge that networking is a tremendously important key to your career success. The resources section of this course contains some material on the back door, networking. Why do we call it the back door? Well, that's the door that your friends walk through, right? And often they don't even need a key. Related to networking, but a little different, there's a side door that can lead to the job you want. Let's call that the value proposition. When you're able to recognize and articulate the ways in which you can help a potential employer do what they do, or do it better, or do it more efficiently, you have a value proposition. Networking can help you develop your value propositions, and your value propositions can accelerate your networking, so these two strategies really work together. You could also call the value proposition the game changer. Why? Because a good value proposition can enable you to overcome all kinds of barriers that might prevent you from going in the front door. Lack of experience, gaps in work, problem work history, these can all become unimportant if a decision maker can see some way that you can help that organization create more revenue or improve how they do things. Check the resources section for this course to learn more about value propositions. For many people, the virtual door can be a powerful way to get noticed and get hired. Here's an excerpt from a February 2014 symposium convened by JVS in San Francisco, where a speaker said that for his company, it's what they see online about you that has become the significant factor in hiring. They're looking not just for things they don't want to see, but things they do want to see. Evidence that you're using and part of the online world. Not all companies use this as a primary way to find candidates, but some do. The virtual door might include your online portfolio, your blog, comments on others' blogs and sites. All this will show up in a search by potential employers. For some employers who are highly web-oriented, a strong online presence is both the way they will find you and a job requirement. Check the resources section of this course for more information about building your online presence. So now you know 3 more doors that can lead to getting hired, and also you know that you have a big advantage if you use them, because most job seekers don't know about them and won't use them. Let's turn now to a second key strategy for your job search success. This is the I in our acronym HIRED, hired. We've talked about the importance of using the back door, personal contacts. The I is the strategy of focusing your networking so that it results in identifying and contacting potential internal advocates. An internal advocate is a person who has influence with or knowledge about a potential employer and who's willing to help you. Your internal advocates can help you to learn about the organization or to develop your value proposition, or even help you make a good contact with a hiring manager for that employer. Yes, it's true, there are people out there who can and will help you, even if they don't know you yet. But you need to use networking to find them. The first step toward finding and connecting with internal advocates is to make a list of potential employers and people who can help you connect with those employers. Who are the employers that might hire someone with your skills and that you might want to work for? Check the resources area to learn more about how to create a list of target employers. Once you've identified those potential employers, learn all you can about them, perhaps focusing on 10 of them at a time. What does the organization do? Who does it compete with? How does it distinguish itself from competitors? How is the organization changing or growing? What contacts do you have within that organization? And how can you develop more or deepen the ones you have? In the resources area, there's material on how to research a potential employer, using the internet as well as using your network of contacts. The research you do will help you move to the next step. By learning about the interests, challenges, and areas of expansion for your target employers, you can develop your value propositions. You can look for ways that your skills and interests could help a potential employer to improve their operations, reach new markets, or reduce costs. As your networking continues and you develop your value propositions, you'll be able to identify people who could become your advocates with each target organization. And as you meet them, because of your research and your value propositions, you'll be able to ask good questions and show that you've done your homework and that you're proactively seeking out ways to help the organization improve. This will distinguish you from your competitors and position you to be the inside candidate for the next opportunity with that organization.